Okay. Octopath Traveler. New game. Alright, so there are 8 characters, obviously. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. Let's see here. So you have Cyrus, Ophelia, Honnet, Therion, whatever, Alphen, Primrose, Ulbrich, and Tressa. I don't think I missed anybody. The catch to this game is there are 4 chapters for each character, and once you pick your first character, you are stuck with them in the first slot in your party until you have completed their final story chapter. So whoever I pick in the beginning, I'm going to have until their story is done. And I did this last time, but she's my favorite character this game. And I really want to do Primrose's story again. Like, the start of it and everything again. So, we're gonna do Primrose. Even when the blade is held at your heart, faith shall be your shield. Words of House Azelhart. Sorry, I'm just sending a text. Okay. 10 years ago.
Funny how it works, isn't it? Everything that happens in this world falls into one of 2 neat little categories. Things one is better off knowing, and things one's better off not. Jeffrey Azelhart, I'm afraid you've been poking your nose into the latter.
I have only done as my convictions bade me do. I have no regrets.
I thought you might say something like that. You're making this delightfully easy.
Father!
Make sure he's dead. Let's leave this place before we're seen.
It's done. Huh.
I will never forget. 3 men, each marked with the sign of the crow. One on his left arm. One on his right. And the last on his neck. 3 men. Foul scavengers, just like the bird whose mark they bear. They took my father from me. And I will never forget.
I'm just gonna shrink this just a little bit. I don't think I need to be so prominent on the screen here.
Always the same dream. I
I wish I had your confidence, Primrose. I couldn't imagine nodding off minutes before my cue.
How nice it must be to be the Master's favorite. Fine. Go on and keep your airs. Act as though you're better than the rest of us.
It doesn't change the fact that you're just another dancer in the sands, Primrose. Nothing but a kept woman, here to flatter the dignity of men who pay for the privilege.
I suppose you're right.
Ooh, burn. Hey, Alan.
Shh, enough chatter. Master Helganish is coming.
Do I keep you women to titter here in the shadows? My customers are waiting for their entertainment! The opening act should be on that stage already. Now, get out there and earn your keep! Bunch of useless strays.
I'll tell you. I'll give you a quick overview. Once the cutscene is over, Alan.
But not you, Primrose. You are the only one I can rely on.
You flatter me, Master.
Oh, hardly. Why, this tavern's custom has increased tenfold since you stepped on our stage. But do not go forgetting yourself. It was I who groomed you for this role.
And I will be forever grateful for that, Master.
You were an ignorant girl when I picked you up. Completely useless. I've taught you everything you know. What happened to your sweet little smile? Who puts a roof over your head and food on your plate? Who bought the jewels that adorn your pretty neck? Who made you the most sought-after dancer in this dusty old town? It was me, all me. You owe me, kitten, and I'll see
writing.
that debt repaid.
Yes, Master.
Good then. Purr sweetly, and I may give you a treat. Don't dally when you're done with your show. I will be waiting in my chamber. I'll have you purr for me some more.
Primrose, it's your cue.
I'm coming.
Put your face back on now, kitty.
Yes, Master.
Okay. Yeah, the radar. Okay, so this is Octopath Traveler. For those of you that are just joining us, I've chosen my starting character, Primrose, the dancer, and she is a dancer at the town of, I believe this is the Sunlands. And she's owned by Master Helganish. She's effectively a prostitute. And now we have to go dance at the bar. However, because of her, as far as I'm aware, because of her incredible beauty, she is the Master's favorite, therefore held in higher regard than the other girls that he owns. So they don't like her as much.
Hello.
How are you?
Alright. So, Primrose, let's see. She has a dagger, leather hat, leather vest. 3 healing grapes. It's the sunshade, excuse me.
A good day to you.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. How much money do we have? 2,500. Forgot about that. Alright. So, how does the game look? Aside from the colors being washed out at the side, at the sides of the screen, that is the game's doing. That is the same on my screen as well. I have to use NVNC or NEVNC encoding. I can't do X264 at 1080p 60, which sucks because it overloaded my encoding and almost melted my computer. But everything looks good. Good.
Yeah?
All right, Sunshade Tavern. This way, Primrose. Get a move on. No, thank you. I'm gonna talk to people.
Well.
Good food, good drink, and the dancing girls are easy on the eyes. If only the prices were a bit more reasonable.
Faring well?
I've come to rest my travel-weary body for a while. No better place in the realm, I say. The dancing girls here put on quite a show.
Good show.
I traveled across half the realm to visit this place. They say there's a girl here who dances like a goddess.
Hello.
Word around town is that the dancers here put on private shows for the master, if you know what I mean.
Ho there.
They say this place turns away all but the wealthiest of customers after nightfall. Alright. So if you couldn't see, there's a chest up here. It's a healing grape. Alright, let's dance. Kept us waiting long enough, Primrose.
Forgive me.
I was fixing my hair. Better been worth it. You're our best chance at getting to eat tonight. And the customers have been waiting.
I am ready.
Let the show begin. It's her! Watch over me, Father. That day I swore revenge against the men who took you from me. The 3 marked by the crow. My once proud house fallen. I left home far behind, following their trail. That trail has led me here. I heard one of them often passes through here on his travels. It was the smallest scrap of hope, but it was all I had. Until I find him, there is no disgrace I will not endure. Losing my honor is nothing compared to the pain of losing you. Father, I will not stop until I find the 3 and see justice served, and I will avenge you. Until I avenge you, I will dance. I think I'm in love. How about a private show, darling? You are all too kind, and too handsome, I might add. Not bad, Primrose, not bad. Thank you. Huh? Look at your sandals. Seems you've gone and broken a strap. Go back to the dormitory and fetch yourself another pair.
Yes.
Most happily. Make for the dormitory.
Ho there.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure they all just say the same stuff now. Sorry, I'm just replying to a text. Okay.
Yeah?
Sorry, there's gonna be a little bit of sniffling here. BRB, constantly on the lookout for UPS. That's all good, dude.
Hey!
Papa, Papa, I'm gonna be in a play. I will be the princess, and everyone will look at me. You'll come and watch too, won't you?
Yes.
Of course, my dear. Many thanks, my lord. Teehee, how is that? Guess what, Papa? When I grow up, I'm gonna be a beautiful dancing girl, the star of the stage. Dancing girl? That is a dream best forgotten. But why, Papa? Helena, my dear, you want to grow up to be a fine lady, yes? Like the princess you will play? Then it would be better not to say such things. Not in this town, at least. But what's wrong with dancing? It's so much fun.
What?
Look at her. She's beautiful. All good, dude. All good. Hello, child.
Oh, come now.
Come now, Helena. This way. I'll tuck you into bed back at the inn. Papa has business to attend to this night.
Yes.
I suppose I should get back to my own work. Ow. Thorn? Oh, someone fetch a handkerchief. Primrose seems to be bleeding, the poor dear. Perhaps she got a blister? She's always dancing oh so passionately.
Are you alright?
You alright, Prim?
Yes.
It's fine. It's nothing I haven't dealt with before.
Hey!
Don't you think that's enough already? Do you take such pleasure in others' pain? There were no survivors. We're nothing but the Master's playthings, all of us. And we all know what happens to the girls who displease him. Or have you forgotten? Beaten half to death and tossed in the gutter, left for dead, sick and starving.
Stop that!
We all know well enough where we stand. We know what he can do to us. Then why torment one of our own?
Many thanks.
Thank you, Yusufa. But there's no need for you to make foes on my behalf. Prim. Here we go. What are you doing yowling back here? Sheath your claws. It's time for work. So that the fourth wall will know what we know, yeah. Or do you think money flows into my coffers by itself? Get out there and collect your tips. Not you, Primrose. You stay.
What was that?
What was that sorry show you gave today?
I think not.
Do you think I'm blind? One glance was all I needed to know your mind was not where it ought to be. I can see every thought in that pretty empty little head of yours, and they were not of dancing tonight. You haven't forgotten your debts now, have you? You haven't forgotten who owns you? You know the fate that awaits you if you dare defy me, don't you, kitten? I'm warning you because I care, Primrose. I wouldn't want to see anything untoward happen to my shining star. This is how I wrote when I was like 14.
Forgive me.
I'm sorry, Master. Forgive me.
The truth
I was simply
is...
remembering the first day I came here to you. Oh, were you now? Not a day, not a moment passes when I am not thankful for all you have given me. Pray forgive my lack of focus today, Master. It will not happen again. Oh, my dear, dear Primrose. I, too, often think back on the day you came to my door. Just imagining the sight of you dancing for me as sweet and innocent as you were. It tickled me so. and you met my every expectation. You have been my best investment. But tonight, you have displeased me, and for this, you must atone. The crowd is looking thin tonight. Out on the streets with you, and bring us some custom. Custom with coin enough to cover a week's expenses. If you can do that, I may still go easy on you. At least relatively so, kid.
Yes.
You are kind, master. Bravo, Prim. That was a performance for the ages. How do you do it? I want to vomit every time I have to call him master. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be out collecting tips?
Are you alright?
I was worried about you. How's your foot?
What?
Here, use this. A handkerchief? Be careful out there, okay? Alright, so now we have path actions. Utilize each character's unique action to overcome any obstacle. So Primrose can allure townspeople into following her, allure a gentleman, and then make for the tavern. Armor. You know, I forgot that I can do this already. Arcane knife. See, here's my thought, right? She has no accessories, she has no shield. She can only use a knife as a dancer. Alright, so Primrose gets that. Now, the reason I'm not buying anything else is because in the dungeons you often find really good stuff. Well, time to put on a different kind of show. This one looks to be the likely sort.
Excuse me.
Lovely evening, isn't it, my lord? Mayhap you'd care to share it with me?
My apologies.
A tempting offer, but I travel on business. I must depart early on the morrow. It must be a fascinating sort of business that you do. Perhaps you could tell me more over a drink? I'd love to get to know you better.
Most unfortunate.
I am most afraid I cannot.
Excuse
I
me.
dance at the tavern just down the street. I'd be happy to put on a show, just for you. What I was saying was there's often lots of good stuff in the dungeons, and even if it's not good equipment, it can always be sold. And so I don't have lady, I'm gay. Yeah. It can often be sold, and so right now I don't think it's particularly prudent that I spend any extra money. I'm just gonna fill out the things that she doesn't have. And that's about it. Alright, so allure. Obviously it'll work. Admit it now. Wouldn't you care to spend a little more time with me? Oh my. I cannot resist such beauty. Pray come hither. Alright, so now we have him. And we're gonna bring him up to the tavern. Them titties though. Yes, that one's pockets look sufficiently deep.
Excellent.
Good work, kitten. You will be treated well tonight.
Many thanks.
You honor me, master. The seats are starting to fill. See that not a single cup goes empty.
Yes.
As you wish, master.
Beg pardon.
Good evening, gentlemen. Ah, Primrose, you're looking more and more lovely each time I see you. It's been a while since we last enjoyed your company. Will you be with us long this evening? Oh, as long as you'll have me for, my dear. Is that so? I'll have to give it some thought, then. I'll see you again later.
Till next time.
And if that's all, I'll be taking my leave. The left wing of the Crow. Waiting for Baron von Bonerwood to start talking about the darkness. The mark of the Crow. How long I have waited for this day. Finally, you appear before me. This night, at long last, justice will be served. No. I can't let him get away.
You.
And where do you think you're going? So curious about that man, are you? Was it love at first sight, kitten? Master. You wouldn't think of abandoning the stage and your customers before the night is through, now would you? Back to work, Primrose. I trust I don't need to repeat myself.
Put your face back on
You
now.
do remember what happens to the wicked little kittens who cross me, don't you? This is all I have. I may never get another chance like this again.
Are you alright?
Prim, what's the matter? It's not like you to look all flustered like this. You don't need to tell me. For you to risk angering the master like that, it must be something important. Leave it to me. I'll keep his eyes busy. You slip out the back door on the upper floor. You shouldn't get involved. You will put yourself at risk. Look, Prim, maybe you don't tell me what you're thinking.
Come on!
But that doesn't always matter to me. Or that doesn't matter to me. I'm on your side and always will be. On my side? When the other girls would pick on me and tell me to know my place, you were always the only one who stood by me. You never say much. You're always so distant, aloof even. But I know you just don't want to burden others with your troubles. I know you better than you think, Prim.
And I know
know.
that deep down, you have a good heart.
A good heart? Cadaverific. Yusufa. Thank you. Always a woman of few words. I wouldn't have it any other way. Alright. Follow the left-hand man. Now. You will bring the women I need, won't you now? Yeah, in fucking plain sight there, Primrose. She's currently dying off screen. Competent help is so hard to come by these days. Whatever is a man to do? I can assure you, my lord, I am doing all that I can. Helganish, we are friends, are we not? Friends take care of one another, yes? They do not disappoint each other.
Yes!
I will do everything in my power. I saw a fine dancing girl in the tavern. I would rather like such a girl for my own. So it is as I thought. Helganish knows him.
Listen to me.
Bring the women to the place marked on this map. And Helganish, try not to keep me waiting.
Yes!
But of course, my lord. That map. In plain fucking sight there, Primrose. 104% chance that if they meet there, he'll open with "you're late." Alright, so saving... yeah. Alright. Now. I really wish I could erase save files, but I can't. Because I accidentally saved over stuff. Let me see here. What do we got? Pointed shot. Thrash. Okay. Oh, we can't allure him. No. Serious what? What about you? What is your strength level? Blinding dust. Ugh. Alright, so we're gonna take the old man with us. Can't delete saves. As far as I'm aware, you can't. You can always overwrite them, but I have never been able to delete one. So, we're going to... Yeah, we're gonna go to the catacombs now. You're late. Okay. So now this is where we will begin to get random encounters. Obviously. Alright, so I'm not gonna bother reading that because I understand what's going on here. So, this is the basic battle system. It's turn-based, very similar to Bravely Default and Bravely Second. You can boost your characters to give them more actions per turn, based on the little glowing icon underneath their name. I'm pointing at it, that's pointless. If your character can wield multiple different weapon types, you can swap between them. Primrose can only wield daggers as she's a dancer. Her skill is summoning, so the old man that I allured, he will come onto the stage and he will attack after me. He does not get his own turn. I cannot choose what they do. Dancer skills, I have the Lion Dance, which is a basic attack buff, and then the Moonlight Waltz, which is heavy dark damage to a single foe. The shield next to their name, next to the vulnerable, if I hit them with a weak spot or a weak attack, whatever it is, which is denoted by the 4 question marks under its name, which is how many things it's weak to. If I hit it with a weak spot, they lose their turn, I do more damage, that sort of stuff. As far as I'm aware, everything in here is relatively weak to daggers and darkness. I think that's the same for all of the opening dungeons, respective to their characters, because of who you choose. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've been back to the beginning of the game. So yeah, we'll go through it. Yeah, I'm well aware of that. The other thing that is particularly interesting is... So I hit the Sand Lizard Man with the dagger. It's weak to the dagger, but it's the first thing that I've hit him with, and the second icon underneath where it says vulnerable is the dagger. What's clever about this is because of that, the vulnerabilities have an order to them. So if you're smart and you hit someone, and if you hit an enemy with something that they're weak to, depending on what location the icon is, you can kind of figure out what they're weak to based on the 1 or 2 weaknesses that you already have. It's pretty clever. I really like how they did this.
I am ready. I am ready.
Now, the downside to this
I am ready.
beautiful. Really? Now, the only downside to picking Primrose at the start
The show is over.
is that she is, by and large, the weakest character to start with. And she arguably has, at least casually speaking, I don't know, I don't know if it's, yeah, I can't do anything else here. I don't know if it's influence, or if anything else is influenced with the speedrun or anything like that, but at least when it comes to casually speaking,
I am ready.
I'm gonna try and kill this thing now. No, okay. She has the hardest first boss in the game because she's really weak.
I am ready. I am ready. The show is over.
She has a low amount of health because of the weapon that she uses. She does a low amount of damage. She's just not a great character at the start, but we can still make it work.
I am ready.
Yep.
I am ready. I am ready.
Cool.
The show is over.
Nice.
May I have this dance? I am ready. I am ready.
But yeah, there's a reason I haven't summoned yet.
The show
You'll
is
see it. 'Cause it's... If I can remember properly. Shadow Soulstone. Okay. So Soulstone is a guaranteed, I believe it's 50 damage. Because it's not large or medium. It's
I'm
guaranteed 50 damage of an element type.
I am ready.
And that's pretty good.
The moonlight glows.
Thought that would have killed. A little too weak.
I am ready. The show is over. May I?
Now we have multiple enemies.
I am ready. I am ready. I am ready.
I'm pretty sure this is why they give this to you. But this, oh, it's 200. That's pretty good.
How about this? I am ready. I am ready.
Alright.
The show is over.
Traveling peddler. And he sells the grapes and stuff. So that's cool.
May I have this dance? I am ready.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I am ready.
Yep.
I am ready. I am.
Yeah, because this is kind of limited in what I can do at the beginning of the game,
The show is over.
there's not a whole lot interesting going on at the moment. Empowering earring +1. So we're gonna give her that, and that's gonna raise her max HP, and that's pretty good. Now, learn skills. So, we have 30 job points now, which means that we get to pick any of these skills to unlock, except for the last one, which can only be unlocked after you have gotten all of the other skills. So we are going to take... We're going to take Night Ode here. And this is because this is the AoE... this is the AoE Darkness ability. Or Dark Elemental ability. And having AoE Dark stuff is really good. The only downside
I'm ready.
is that it is 10 SP and we have 53. So it's not, you know,
I am ready.
it's not super good right now. But it is still kind of integral to have.
I am ready. The moonlight glows.
So I take it early on.
Watch me now.
The show is over.
No problem, dude. If you're not feeling well, feel better. Catch up with you later. Oh, off by 2. That's okay. Shit.
May I have this dance? I am ready.
Nice miss,
ready.
dude.
I am. The moonlight glows.
I think the most annoying thing is I think I'm gonna get a level here.
The show is
So I just wasted items. Yep. Okay.
He's going to get away. I won't let that happen.
And where might you be off to, kitten?
Master Helganish, whatever are you doing here at this hour?
Funny you should ask. A worthless little stray, this one. But she was kind enough to help me catch a rat.
Yusufa!
Prim, I'm sorry.
was quite intent on keeping her mouth shut, but my boys helped her get it open. It seems I was too lenient with the girl. I won't make that mistake again.
No! Yusufa!
You were right, Alan. She dead.
Brim, I've never heard you shout so.
What? This is no time to...
Hey, Brim. We're friends, aren't we?
What?
I was sold to this place as a child. Everyone was so cruel, so miserable. I thought I'd never make any friends. It was lonely having no one. But you, Brim, you were different. Always standing tall, proud. No matter how hard it takes, looking at you gave me strength.
Yusufa.
Tell me, Brim, were we friends?
Yes, Yusufa. You were my friend.
I'm so happy. Not alone.
Is it finally over? I must say, at least her last performance had some life. If she had shown that sort of potential earlier, I might have kept her on longer.
Enough.
What was that?
I have danced enough for you. This was the last night that I belonged to you.
Oh, was it now? So some wheels do turn in that pretty little head of yours. Here I thought it a waste, as empty as the desert.
I saw you for the foul swine you are the first time I laid eyes on you.
You would take that tone with me? You're nothing but a stupid whore! You would have died on the street if not for me!
You have given me nothing. I have always danced on my own 2 feet. I have always chosen where I step.
Who do you think you're speaking to, whore?
All these years, the jeers, the beatings, the dishonor, I endured it all. All for this day, the day that man appeared before me. I need your stage no longer. I dance for myself now.
Primrose. You forget yourself, little kitten. But I am...
Oops.
This is just your little show, yes? You wanted to see your master frown. Fine, very well. You've had your fun. That naughty mouth of yours belongs to me. Put it where it belongs, and if you please me to my satisfaction, I will overlook your impertinence.
Master, go pleasure yourself.
Wrong answer, kitten. You know what I do with cats that bite, don't you? I put them down, just like that one. It's a shame, Primrose. You were always my favorite. What a waste.
not do this sooner, Master. Time for the main event. I am ready.
All right. Now. This is why we take Night Ode.
Night Ode, bring your shade. I am ready. I am ready. Night Ode, bring your shade.
All right, now those two are broken, which is good. Also, the other neat thing is that your followers will sometimes take damage for you. It's not a guarantee, but it is nice.
Night Ode, bring your shade.
Good. Now that takes care of those.
I am ready. I am ready.
Old man retreated from battle. That's okay. Helganish is trembling with anger.
I am ready.
That's okay. Let him.
I am ready.
Good. We hit.
I am ready.
And that's Helganish. That's about as clean as it could go, I think.
Primrose.
You always were different from the rest. The fire in your eyes, it burned brighter than any others. I have seen many a girl in my years, but none quite like you. You fascinated me from the start.
Come, Primrose. Won't you dance one last dance for me?
Nice death rattle.
Quite the dancer yourself in the end.
Guess you won't be needing this anymore. The village of Stillsnow. I'll need to pack some warmer clothes.
Farewell.
And with that, Master, I do believe my debt is paid. Yusufa. We are free at last, my friend. And so Primrose sets out from the shifting sands to a land of swirling snow in her quest for vengeance against the three foul crows. Where this dance will lead her, none can say. Before you continue your journey across Orstera, there's 7 others who await you. Why not venture out and find them? Together you can defeat even the greatest foes. Oh. A monster came out of nowhere and it got me in the leg. I can hardly put any weight on it. I hate to be a bother, but do you have a healing grape to spare? This is going to teach us about quests. It feels good to be back on my feet. I can't thank you enough. I'd have been done for you if I hadn't come. I'd be done if you hadn't come along. My name is Kit. I'm on a journey to find my father. He disappeared when I was just a boy. Are you on a journey too? Perhaps our paths too will cross again someday. Be safe, and may your travels bring you all that you seek. Side stories. So these are the side quests, and we get money from those. Old coin. Now, this is going to be where I cut it for today. We've gotten Primrose's Chapter 1 done, and we're going to slowly work our way around and get all the other adventures. The other of the 8. So, thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you guys soon.